What are the most important hormones for mental health? My name is Dr. Ruth Dotton. I'm a board certified adult psychiatrist and a metabolic psychiatrist, which means that I look at the overlap between mental health and metabolic health. And we know that hormones, which are chemical signals, which are sent out to different areas of the body in response to different signals and tell the body to do different things, are crucial for mental health. So, we're going to talk about a few of the most important ones. And these include thyroid hormone, sex hormones like estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, oxytocin, vitamin D, as well as cortisol. So it's pretty well known that thyroid hormone can have a significant impact on mental health as well as metabolism. So when your thyroid is underactive, it can lead to things like brain fog, low energy, low appetite, depression. And then in contrast, when overactive, it can lead to symptoms like feeling really anxious and agitated, restless, as well as having insomnia and poor appetite. Cortisol, otherwise known as our stress hormone, has a bidirectional relationship with mental health issues. So, if you're chronically stressed, then your cortisol levels are going to be high. And if your cortisol levels are high, it's going to contribute to things like insulin resistance, low energy, brain fog, inflammation, irritability, weight gain, insomnia, and memory issues, all of which are going to make your mental health symptoms worse. And low levels of cortisol can also be damaging to mental health, contributing to issues like depression, amotivation, irritability, and cognitive impairment. Sex hormones like progesterone, estrogen, and testosterone are also hugely important for mental health. So let's start out with estrogen. Estrogen regulates neurotransmitter systems like glutamate, dopamine, and serotonin, which are, of course, crucial to mental health and cognition. It also is neuroprotective and anti-inflammatory, which can protect the brain from inflammation as well as oxidative stress. We also know that significant fluctuations in estrogen levels, like during perimenopause, postpartum, or throughout the menstrual cycle, can contribute to significant mood symptoms. Testosterone can impact things like libido, taking initiative, aggression, and it's also really important to building lean muscle mass. Progesterone tends to have kind of sedative and calming effects, which can be really helpful for mood and anxiety. And similar to estrogen, fluctuations that can occur either during the menstrual cycle or throughout a woman's life can contribute to mental health issues. Vitamin D is also considered to be a hormone because it's created in the body and it helps to regulate different cellular processes as well as to maintain homeostasis. One of its roles is in the production and regulation of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which are, of course, crucial for mental health and cognitive functioning. Similar to estrogen, it can also have anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective effects. And of course, we know that inflammation and oxidative stress are contributors to mental health issues. And lastly, it's involved in the regulation of the sleep wake cycle. Okay, so the last hormone we're going to talk about is oxytocin, or the feel good hormone. This is the hormone that we think of as associated with a sense of connection with others. It gets triggered when you orgasm or when you're having skin to skin, either with another person or with your baby. It promotes bonding, trust, and empathy, but can also help to reduce stress and anxiety levels by reducing cortisol release and activity. It also interacts with dopamine to boost feelings of reward and motivation, and it contributes to social bonding and connection, which is so important for mental health. So it's really important to identify what, if any, hormonal disruptions might be contributing to someone's mental health issues, because ignoring this potential contributing cause of their mental health condition may lead to inappropriate and ineffective treatment. Not to mention that most of these hormones are going to affect our body in multiple ways, not just mental health. So it's important to address the root cause so that you can treat the person as a whole person. What about you? Have you had experiences where disruptions in your hormones were leading to mental health symptoms? If you're comfortable, please feel free to share in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Wishing you all good mental health today, and I'll see you in the next one.